Hey guys, doing an update. Very slow day today. Really just kind of a sluggish week. The market's kind of sitting around waiting on payrolls. So we talked a lot about outside the headlines of all the short squeeze meme stocks, yada yada yada. There was a big move in gamma space again, which anytime the exposure gets high within the range and then drops to the low end of the range is measured by a couple different metrics. And until you really break the trend of the long-term equity uptrend, that flow isn't going to reverse. What it does is just causes um the longs, as far as the delta longs, pick up in the underlining, which is this case the S&P and equities. So there's still plenty of Vanna move. That expiration probably isn't around till third week in February that matters. So this could actually make a new high now. I know we had a shot at maybe making a lower high Tuesday, and then the market just digested sideways, and then we're back up. So obviously we're watching the all-time highs here. This is major resistance. But if we get through, close the week up there, every 4,000 is going to look in the cards in S&Ps. So I haven't done much today, other than I came out of my oil long. I talked about that in length as far as the reflation trade. I still think this has further to go, even though I do think this is going to be a major area longer term. I just don't know if that's this month, March, May. I mean, in what quarter do we want to talk about on the weekly level? These topping patterns, if you get it, are usually a process, right? It's not necessarily always a V top in a dramatic fashion. So I was a little bit long oil, and now I'm flat. I came out of my last piece. There's some opportunities on the short side, but I think this has had a pretty big move. Maybe I start playing it with a little bit of puts here and there, just kind of trading it around like we would do day trade. As you start to go contrarian, you give it one or two lots. I don't really think I'll commit to any futures on the short side yet. Maybe trade the minis, trade those a little bit wider, over a wider range on the chart on the short side, um, depending on how you want to play it. So that's my thoughts on oil. The only other thing then I did today was cover some VIX futures leaking into 24. If we look at the VIX index, just a one-way street. So it's amazing how these gamma moves that just fall gets crushed. And I don't know, why can't we go back to 2021? That's why I said UVXY was one of the best shorts you could have back when we were taking some gains on the long side of VIX futures and booking some calls. You just go to the other side of UVXY on ratio put spreads, or however you want to express that, that short. So you're supposed to be taking profit on UVXY. We could see a 9 handle there as well, especially if equities make a new high. Let's see what else. Oh, and then actually, this is the most exciting thing today, is that we broke 120. So I haven't heard anybody really talking about that level. It's the bands, and pretty clear break. Now, sometimes we break the bands and then come right back up, but if we get follow through and we close the week below 120, I think that means a lot. So we get the dollar right, dollar strengthening. That could easily be a prelude to maybe the market sniffing out some risk off coming. We're not exactly in a downtrend as far as the euro, which we've had, through most of 2018, 19, and into 2020. You would have to get all the way back below 115, 116 to really start to make that call. But even so, I mean, there's another 200-300 pips to the downside. That's a big move. So that'll matter for the metals markets. That'll matter for commodities, and it should matter for equities and oil as well. That has a pretty high correlation. Stocks have down dollar. Stocks are rising now with up dollar, and oil's up with up dollar. So we'll kind of see. I think you need to stretch this dollar move further before the commodity markets and or equities will start to follow suit. But if that's the case, then maybe the oil market fizzles out, and then we get more of that kind of risk off type of scenario. Treasuries, like I said, I mean, we've had a good call there. Being short today is a day where it's a short covering opportunity. But wow, what a move for anybody that's been in the steepener. All the cash equivalents, big money is in the front end, and then the long end just continues to leak. So be a seller on rallies, stay net short equities, especially out duration. And that's really all I see going on. Coming into the end of the week, I know it's the start of the month. I spent a lot of time thinking this week and last night, especially, guys, that just shifts going on in this year. So I'm going to be shifting my attention more to the institutional space and kind of some things that I want to build out. And so as we think about retail / like independent trading, cycle edge, and the coaching and mentorship, I keep saying it, but the prices are going to go up. So some of you who are been in the program last year, some of you joined in September of last year, and it's been well over a year. Some of you, it's been a year in March. But what I want to offer for anybody that wants to stay in the prop program, you click here. I called it a flash sale, but I'm trying to cover two types of people. Those are you that are new that want to be involved, and then those that have been around, who've gone through the coaching program, but still have some work to do or still want to be part of the team, etc. If you're new, this flash sale is going to be all my courses. So from Forex to options to the entire directional institutional model. I've never done it at this price, but just the courses doesn't involve any of my time, right? All the courses, $5,500 in value, $749. And I'm going to do this through Super Bowl Sunday. So starting Monday and next week, you're not going to probably see very many sales at all from me going forward. So this is just the last chance to take advantage of any of these discounts. And then what I'm doing on the prop team, prop program, whether you're new, obviously if you've been around, you've already gotten these programs, but if you're new, all the time that we do trading together intraday and all the strategies and the work that goes into day trading, you're going to have access to that. And then the options edge team, which is all kind of the swing trades and longer term positioning. It's about $11,000 in value. And if you're new, you can do a 6-month coaching program. It's $4,000. So if you did 2 of those, which most people do the entire year, that would be about $8,000. If you do a 12-month shot, take care of it all at once, saves you $2,000, but that's $599.7. And then here's the discount again. This is through the 8th, which I believe is Super Bowl Sunday. If you guys want to stay in the prop program, it's going to be $25.97. If you want to just do 90 days, that's for the entire year. If you want to do 90 days, it's just $997. If you don't make a decision by Sunday, then going to be stuck with the whole year at the prices that the new guys have. So I've been saying that since the middle of January. So we just got to make some decisions as far as that goes. And other than that, hopefully today's action was really probably one of the choppiest, boring opens we've had in 6 months is what it felt like today. So hopefully with payrolls tomorrow, we get a little bit, can shake the tree and get a little bit more energy in the market. We'll see how we close tonight, Asia session in London. All right, guys. Hope that helps. See you in the morning.